Welcome to the first Jumpstart video at TOAMagic.com. Jumpstart will be released on July 17th, featuring 121 different 20-card booster packs. The set is packed with desirable reprints, which presents unique challenges to the pre-selling process. Let's get started. The first issue facing Jumpstart is allocations. We expected the set to be particularly pushed, so we ordered very high on it. Unfortunately, WotC has announced production delays, so there will be some allocations across the board, and the normal rules, where the EV of the open product is slightly higher than the cost of the sealed product, just isn't true. Europe and Asia, two markets where this product's commander-oriented reprints won't drive sales, won't be receiving product until the end of July and August respectively. This means singles may even go up when the product releases, as new supply won't enter the market quickly. The next problem is figuring out what to pre-order. We're going to start with 4 of each pack, a particularly conservative number until we hear about allocations. WotC provided deck lists for all of the individual decks earlier this week, so through the magic of Excel, we can figure out how many of each card are going to be printed. In total, there are 37 brand new cards, 41 basic lands, 457 reprints in the set, and 203 cards printed in Magic 2021 that have that set's set symbol. Right now, there are only 2 sellers for Jumpstart cards on TCG Player, and the asking price of filler cards by them is between $2 and $5 in most cases. We're going to be putting most cards that will end up at the floor of 25 cents at 25 cents. If the card isn't going to sell, we don't want to spend time repricing it. Additionally, this strategy will quickly reveal anything we've priced too cheaply, so we can reprice it to a much higher price. We're breaking the initial pre-orders into 3 videos. New cards, reprints, and this video, outlining the structure and talking about the basic lands from this set. Structurally, a lot of these cards are at an inflated price right now. Our EV, after fees and shipping at these prices, is $5.60 a pack, not counting any card under $1 or the new basic lands. With boxes at $140, I would expect these card prices to decrease about 20% over the next 3 weeks. Basic lands in the set are phenomenal. New basics were the biggest reason we bought a lot of this set up front. Each pack of Jumpstart contains exactly 1 special basic land or Terramorphic Expanse for the 5-color deck. That means some lands, like the Phyrexian Swamp, only have 1 in the 121 decks, while the more common themes, like cats or dogs, have 4. Before discussing strategy on any one basic land, we should talk about lands overall. Magic players love unique lands, and ones that line up with the theming of someone's deck will be the most unique lands someone can play. I have a friend who had a green-white Enchantress deck in Legacy and played the Japanese NPS guild lands from original Ravnica, obviously the Selesnya ones, so the Selesnya Forest and Selesnya Plains. Those lands are about $20 each and extremely difficult to find. I don't think I've owned all 10 of them buying and selling cards the entire time I've been doing this, even though I actively try to buy them when I see them. There's a couple of reasonable comparables that are a little newer, but my go-to from recent memory is the guild lands from Guilds of Ravnica. Like the NPS lands, there were 2 basics for each guild, so an Izzet Mountain and an Izzet Plains. Those lands opened at $5 for the foils. There's a fundamental rule with cool-looking basics, though, regardless of which ones they are. They always go down, and they go down quickly. People are excited by a new basic, grab them for their decks, but demand quickly tapers off. That's not guaranteed to happen here, but the value as an index overall will likely be lower 1 year from now compared to what it's worth today. In terms of pricing the lands, any that don't feature the subject prominently or don't line up well with a commander deck are definitely the worst ones. There are also different amounts per basic. Commons are roughly 1 per box, rares are 1 per 2 boxes, and mythics are 1 per 4 boxes. To discuss just a couple of the basics, because there are so many, Island 53, well read, is awesome, visually dynamic, and is the best island for several obvious decks. Something like a zombie Lady of Scrolls would love to play this basic. But it's in a common deck, there's 4 of these per every 121 decks, so the value is capped at least a little bit based on supply. Island 50, Mill, has excellent visual appeal, ties back unfavorably to the concept of mill, and is in a rare deck. If I was playing a deck whose goal was to mill my opponents, I would absolutely want these and pay a big premium for them to be thematically on point. Plains 42 from the Enchanted deck doesn't really invoke an archetype or a commander deck, which makes it really hard to sell these in an appreciable amount because there's so many options right now for basic lands. Who's going to be choosing this one? The biggest question with these lands overall is how big the print run is in Jumpstart. If the product is openly available at $6, then the lands in general will trend to sub $2. If the set still has constrained supply 6 months or a year from now, then it's possible that some lands will exceed that. The second unknown is when these will be reprinted. These lands are awesome, we definitely know that. WotC knows that. WotC as a company is not one to leave money on the table with something like this, so these lands will absolutely be reprinted at some point in foil, likely to sell a different product later this year or sometime next year. We did want to point out that during filming of this, we've already sold 2 Phyrexian Swamps at $20 each, which is a very high number. We're definitely very happy to get that. Now, I don't think that number is going to stay there, but there's a lot of demand for Phyrexian flavored cards, judging by the Judge Primal Elishnorn. That's all I have for basic lands today. You can pre-order all the Jumpstart singles on TOAMagic.com. Like this video and subscribe to our channel to be notified when the next video is ready. Provide feedback in the comments or on Twitter at TOAMichael. Thank you for watching.